This is Aaron True, and I'm here with Miesha Tate, female MMA fighter. Miesha, you've got an exciting fight coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm going to be fighting Kim Couture May 15th in Fresno, California.
Okay, you have a 5-1 record. Your only loss coming to Caitlin Young via highlight reel head kick. Kim Couture only has 2 fights in her career, only 1 win. Do you think that she's ready for a fight with you?
No, I think that she's biting off more than she can chew. Actually, my record's technically 6-1. I just won a fight that hasn't posted yet on SureDog with Liz Carrero. I won a 135-pound title belt in just for freestyle cage fighting. And, yeah, so I definitely think she's, in over her head, but she's a tough girl, so we'll see how she does.
You've been staying pretty active fighting, but you've also been competing in tournaments. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I compete in grappling tournaments whenever I can. I won nationals here in the United States for the women's 158.5-pound division, so obviously I bumped up. I walk at about 140 pounds. And I beat the returning world champion and joined a part of Team USA and went to Switzerland, and I took silver over there, so that was pretty cool. And I compete in a few guys' tournaments here and there whenever they pop up.
Kim Couture, she's really lengthy and likes to utilize the clinch. Do you have a game plan for her?
Actually, for her skill level, I think she's pretty well-rounded. I just think that I'm better in pretty much every aspect. I actually even think my stand-up's better. I think I have highly underrated stand-up, just because I continually fight, it seems like well-known stand-up fighters. It doesn't mean that I don't have stand-up. It just means that usually I'm a lot stronger on the ground. So it doesn't really matter to me where it goes. I think I'm still going to have the upper hand.
How did this fight come about? How were you approached about it?
Well, I don't know exactly how it all, came to a head, but I do know that I was rather disappointed with the Strikeforce showing of her and Lena Kabakov, and I was upset because I think it set a bad example for women's MMA on a lot of the forums, and guys, people talking, saying that, this is why women shouldn't fight, and blah, 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 they're not skilled, and this. Just was a bunch of negative criticism, and so I called Kim out, and I never thought it would actually happen, and so now that it did, I'm excited about that. And it's not really anything personal against Kim, She probably didn't have anything to do with picking Lena, but it was a really bad showing, and now she wants to step it up and fight someone tougher in competition, and so I respect that about her.
What has this done for you with sponsorships and in terms of getting your name out there? Because you're already an accomplished fighter, and you've earned the respect of all the peers who follow MMA, but what has this done for you in terms of going mainstream or getting more exposure?
It's kind of crazy because she has such a big name behind her, although she is not a very established fighter, that whenever I tell people, hey, you know who Randy Couture is? Everybody knows who Randy Couture is. Well, I'm fighting his wife. Oh, no way, really? And it's kind of like that reaction, I want to see that, I want to see that. So she does have a huge draw just because of who she's married to. And even though I think I'm the better fighter, with her draw and, me being able to fight her, I think it's going to get a lot more of a fan base for me, and I think it's going to get me a lot of exposure, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I think it's a great fight for me at this time in my career.
Well, you just mentioned that Kim, her husband is Randy Couture, former heavyweight and light heavyweight UFC champion. Well, not many people know that you're in a relationship with 145-pound MMA fighter Brian Caraway. So what happens if those two step in the cage? Who wins?
Oh, well, obviously Brian's, a lot smaller. Randy Couture's already a legend and everything. Nobody really compares to Randy. He's just, awesome. Everybody knows who he is. He's one of my favorite fighters. But to see them fight would be kind of silly, I guess, just because he's so much smaller. But Brian is an amazing fighter. And at 145, I think he could be, a legend just like Randy Couture. He's got amazing submission wrestling, probably better at submissions than Randy, but Randy is, top-notch level wrestler. So, yeah, if they were the same size, it would be probably interesting to see.
You've been really active in terms of MMA fighting plus the tournaments. Do you worry about overtraining or getting burned out or hurt coming up to the fight?
No, I try to really listen to my body. I push myself. I'm not a person to, give up for no reason. But if I'm legitimately sore or tired, I'll take a day off or whatever, and I just try to make sure that I'm in optimum shape, push myself as hard as I can, but not to the point where I'm hurt or strained or tired, exhausted too much.
Can you give us a prediction for the fight?
Well, obviously I see it going my way. I, think I'm just going to go out there and feel it out, see what happens, and if I want to take to the ground, I will. If I want to stand it, I will. And I think that's what's great about me being in this fight is that I'm going to be able to dictate where it goes. So whatever I feel like doing out there is what's going to happen.
Do you have any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, actually, I'd like to thank Hit Him Up. He's my PR manager. I just picked him up. And Tussle Fightwear, they've been so supportive from, the day that I've met them. They're just awesome people, Slade and Molly. I'd like to thank Cage Steel, Nick Dilly-Kollenach, who runs that here, and Cage Candy, Fight Chicks, Henchman, Vicious, Cage Candy. They're all really supportive and wonderful. They've helped me. Oh, and Fight University as well. They've all helped me a tremendous amount, and they're always supportive and following me. Hey, how's it going? They're more than just sponsors to me. They're friends, and they're just as close to me as my friends and family. So.
All right, this is Aaron True with the talented female MMA fighter Miesha Tate. Looking forward to her fight with Kim Couture coming up next month. Miesha, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.